like I said again, Larry's got to be on. Does a podcast. He does his thing, and we try to get a point out all the time. With me it's a little different. I was approached one time to open up, and I looked at the guy and laughed, and I told him, I see you at trial. But my love for my father superseded everything.
I get it.
It's a little different, when you're trying to press your father or I was with my father 40 years. I don't want to explain it, but I wasn't a pimple in no one's ass, unless it was my father. I mean, even to that day, whatever I did good or bad in my life, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been nothing.
The cards you're dealt, you play. Okay?
Yes.
You play them the way you had to play them. And I understand that. If my father or my brother or my family was all in this, it would be that much harder.
That's right.
The guy that brought me in and that I knew, and like I said, I would have done it while he was alive and stand up in prison. And, and like Greg Jr., as tough as they come, he was doing his 35, 40 years, never part of that with his father in any way, shape, or form. And I was with him and we spoke several times. And he said it to me. He says, he had us all fooled. Nobody would have ever expected that with all the,
No, you don't expect a lot of guys. You don't expect that.
Exactly.
But when the head's no good,
that.
I mean, the rules and regulations are over with. Really, there's no rules and regulations when the head goes bad.
Yeah,
right.
The
we can sit there and everybody talk these fucking old words that don't even know what the fuck means. But it's not there.
Right.
When the head is no good, when your boss is no good, a guy you're with, don't forget, you're with someone. You're with them. You know what I mean? You have to know what that means to be with someone. Until you know what the fuck that means, it means nothing to anybody. Oh, I'm with that guy. You don't know nothing. When the head dies, it takes your heart out.
Yeah. And then everyone else starts going.
And we're all very as crazy as you are, we're very passionate. Very passionate. Especially in this life long enough. You're passionate. And when the head goes bad, it takes a toll on you, man. It takes a toll on you. You know what I mean? That's why, like a guy like Larry gets or Anthony that their boss no good. I mean, you sit there and it's unexplainable. You have to be there, otherwise it's not a conversation. You know what I mean? Unless you got shot in the face, or shot someone in the face, or going to get shot in the face, or facing life in jail, you can't sit here and say anything, man. Or be a prick. Or be a drug dealer, or just being an outright scumbag that we were half the times. I admit it all the time. I was bars fighting and hitting people and fucking girls. I don't do it half the times. We're drinking and having fun. You know what I mean? But it's not right. I mean, but we were allowed to do it because I was with Joey, and you get a little, you get that ballsy little power because you are. You know what I mean? But but if you don't, like I said, if you're not there, we're talking apples and oranges. You know what I mean? I wish everybody would stop. All this bullshit. Be in my shoes, then call me up. Oh, baby, I tell you what, 99% of the times, if you let me do what I want to do, you wouldn't say that again. Even now. Yeah. But let me get away with it, like everybody gets away with it. Yeah. I'll show you things you never saw before. If you give me a license. Yeah. But we don't do that. You know what I mean? No, so you just board it and badmouth people. You don't badmouth number unless you're in their shoes, because there's a lot of reasons why people do things, man. Especially in our world, in your world. It's not a normal world. Do bad things. Bad can happen to you and you do bad things. Families. You gotta make a fucking at the end. And if you're and I always I don't say anything's right, but when someone over your head goes bad, I still believe that. I was always, subservient to, under my father. They go bad, you're free. There's no fucking no more, or whatever the fucking word is. Yeah. No, that don't exist. It exists with people on keyboards and reading books, not in the trenches.
No,
like I said again, there's two different kinds of people going bad. There's guys that will protect themselves, that go sell junk, and they give everybody up because they don't want to do the 5 years or 10 years. And then you got guys like Larry that's sitting, or Anthony Rotunda, that's sitting there waiting for fucking trial, and everybody above them is making fucking deals and putting your life in jail. Yeah. On that deal with Anthony Rotunda, Jimmy Gallo, I don't know if you know Jimmy Gallo. You remember, Jimmy Gallo?
Don't think I know the name. I don't really.
The guy used to be downtown with us, wound up in Jersey.
Yeah.
he was a shooter on the three things they were all pinched on. Warning shooters. He's the only one that didn't go bad. He did a life bid. Everybody else walked. Everybody.
Yeah.
Palermo, Underboss, Anthony Copper. I can't name it. So many fucking people. So many men. One guy, the only tough guy there that was actually.
I got to ask you something. I got to ask you this. So we talked about that. There's different situations. So what about the guy that doesn't even get pinched, but he's doing it because he's that conniving and evil and knowing enough or unscrupulous enough to make a deal with the government, or like the guy that told on me for the fucking apple? I mean, what did he have to gain? You know, there's a whole different thing doing it for no reason.
Because
that's like Greg and Whitey Boulder.
They just want to be until the shit's the fan. But if it's not in your blood or your character or in your gene and in your sick mind to go do bad things. And you have to be a little sick to do bad things, shoot people and stuff like that. It's not normal.
Yeah, no, listen.
You know, I mean, you have to have it in your blood after a while.
There's got to be something.
And you got to sleep with that shit. I've always
said that.
And you know, so we're not talking normal people. That we can make we make decisions, but it's not a fucking normal world to live. You can't make sense out of things that are not normal, especially if you don't do it, Mo. You know what I mean? Say, but you got guys hanging around that want to be there anyway until the shit's a fan. We had guys down President Street that when Joey got shot, they fucking disappeared. I stood there with my father, like, you know what, like a soldier, because I was a soldier for him, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do. I would have fucking juggled for him. If he asked me.
Listen, you know I understand.
If he asked me to put a pot of tea in my head and walk around with a stick in my ass, I would have done it because I was with Ricky. You know what I mean? And I loved him.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. This clip came from one of my interviews I did in the past. Please hit subscribe if you want to get more clips like this. Also, if you want to watch the full interview, I'll put a link in the description. Or you can hit the button on the screen to watch the full interview.